Speaking of Hurricane Laura, tonight the Dothan Salvation Army is on standby, ready to help our neighboring states that will be affected by Laura. Robert Smith has the story.
Hurricane Laura, a major hurricane, is expected to make landfall on the Gulf Coast near Texas and Louisiana starting Wednesday night into the morning hours of Thursday.
It's going to be a lot of harsh winds, a lot of, I know there's been a lot of mandatory evacuations. The things that people don't realize is not just the wind damage, but it's also the water damage and the flooding, especially in Louisiana. It can be very devastating.
Speaking of devastation, the Salvation Army lends a helping hand during natural disasters such as a hurricane to help feed victims with food and water and provide them with a roof over their head during the tragic time. With the hurricane threatening our neighbor states, Captain Jones may be packing his bag to head to the affected areas to help with the disaster. Although it comes with the job, he says he's more than willing to be deployed for 2 weeks.
People don't understand when you're giving the donation or when you're hearing about it, how much it actually affects people. Their whole life gets changed, sometimes temporarily, sometimes forever. And to be able to be there and just listen to someone talking, be an ear, pray with someone, give them something to eat, just being there to give them that hug that they didn't even realize they needed, that's super important. And that's one of the things that gives me the most joy.
Captain Jones says partnering with other states during a time of need speaks volumes about the nonprofit organization.
Paying it forward, you know, you help someone else because there's going to be a time when Dothan's going to need some help. And I think it's very important to go there and to help others because God calls us to love each other, right? He calls us to help each other. And I think it's very important to go there because when we get hit, I know that we're going to want someone to come here.
Covering local news first in Dothan, Robert Smith, WDHN News.
Captain Jones will actually be leaving tomorrow for Baton Rouge, eventually Lake Charles, to take the lead on logistics for Hurricane Laura disaster relief.